open a new voice log entry.
Acknowledged. Recording.
Okay. This is Captain Liv Rhodes, personal log entry for 7 of October 2126. This will be my final week aboard Kronos 2. In just a few days, I'll be leaving Saturn behind and making my way to my new assignment on Ceres. A bit odd, actually, saying it out loud. Anyway, all mining sites are running smoothly. Overnight harvest totals are a bit lower than I'd like. Oh, we had some sputtering on the number 12 RCS thruster, but Jack and I managed. Oh, Jack. Good. Hold on a tick. Hera, pause recording.
Acknowledged, Captain Rhodes.
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today? Jack, are you with me? Hera, let's go ahead and run Jack's calibration program.
Acknowledged.
Right. In you go, Jack. I'll see you in a few.
Module D221. Manual dexterity. I am Hera, Central AI for the Kronos 2 Orbital Mining Facility. I will guide you through this calibration program. First, close your hand to form a fist. Now extend your index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module M101. Basic motor functions. Please pull the handle above you to exit the activation pod. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Now carefully follow it by pulling your calibration module complete. Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters. Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters, allowing you to move more freely in zero gravity. Activate left thruster. Activate right thruster. Now please exit the activation pod and use your maneuvering thrusters to reach the door ahead. Thrusters can be used in short bursts or held down for continuous usage. Good. Now navigate the environment using only your maneuvering thrusters. Calibration module complete. Module C-111. Communication. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialogue button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialogue button now. Input confirmed. Now hold down the dialogue button and select a reply.
Understood.
Good. Continuing calibration. Often you will have a limited time to select a reply. In these cases, silence is considered a viable option. Do you understand?
Acknowledged. I'm ready to proceed.
Understood. Continuing calibration. Now exit the activation pod and move into the room ahead. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout the world. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear, and an icon will indicate that you can use the dialogue button. You may then hold down the dialogue button and select an option, just like a reply. Now start a conversation with the labor unit, and speak about the Fury transport model in this room.
Unit 42, what is your primary directive?
To assure the safety and well-being of Kronos 2 station personnel.
What is your secondary directive?
Preserving the integrity of Atlas Corporation property and equipment.
A Mark I Fury transport, 1/48th scale.
Be advised, While real Fury transports can be used to travel to distant locations across the Kronos 2 station, I do not recommend attempting to ride this one.
Noted.
Communication system fully calibrated. Would you like to proceed to the next module?
I'm ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Please stand by. Module A-131. Data Scanner. Error. Calibration program failure. Stand by for reboot.
The directors have been pushing to make fully automated deep space mining the company's top priority. Your Echo unit is the perfect subject for our initial test runs.
This is crap. Jack? Sorry, I have to go. Kronos 2 out. Jack? What happened?
My calibration program crashed. I appear to be stuck in the activation pod.
That's odd. Your diagnostic program's never just flat out crashed before. It must have suspended the pod's release procedures.
In the event of activation pod failure, Titan Protocol recommends performing a complete power cycle of the pod, followed by a level 3 inspection of...
You're all set. Listen, about my conversation with Command, how much did you overhear?
I heard enough to know I'm no longer going with you to Ceres.
Seems you've earned yourself a promotion. The directors want you to take over my duties as station. You'll be in charge.
That would make this our last week together.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, they just hit me with this news a few minutes ago. I mean, Command splitting us up, I never even considered it a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Except... I'm sorry, Jack. Come on then. No sense putting it off. Let's get our last week started. Why don't you go activate the bridge while I pull the overnights?
Copy that.
Transitioning to daytime cycle.
I'm really going to miss this part. I'll get started on the morning checklist in a bit. Just give me a moment to soak in this view.
Take your time. Let's get started on that checklist.
You sure? There's no rush. It is our last week, after all.
Yes, I'm sure. We should try to maintain our schedule.
Suit yourself. All work and no play.
What was that?
Nothing. So, Jack, I suppose congratulations are in order.
For what?
For your promotion.
There's really no need for that.
Come on now, it's a big deal. In a few days, you'll be Captain Jack. So, congratulations, Captain Jack.
What I mean is, as an Echo unit, I hold no official rank. So technically, I can't be promoted.
Right. Well, that's too bad. Captain Jack has quite the ring to it.
Also, you are the only person who calls me Jack. To everyone else, I'm merely Echo 1.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have no...
What was that? Jack, did you feel that? What the hell? Please tell me you can see that.
Affirmative, I see it.
Any idea what it is?
I'm afraid not. There are no records of any such phenomenon in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. It is an anomaly.
What the... Jack, are you alright?
Never mind me, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever that was, it looks to only have affected the electronics. Are you sure you're okay?
Minor glitches, no permanent damage. Liv, it's possible that anomaly is not entirely stable.
You think?
Priority alert.
The hollow table. Something's wrong.
I'll investigate.
Hera, initiate broad spectrum scan. Focus on the following coordinates.
Hera, status report.
Multiple Tier 1 malfunctions detected.
Isolate and identify.
Acknowledged. Isolating. Awaiting input. Saturn Orbital Zone Beta. Orbital Mining Facility. Designation, Kronos 2. Central Mining Station. Malfunctions isolated.
That is a lot of red.
Perhaps it's not as bad as it looks.
Ground fault recorded in the cargo bay. Possible circuit overload. Reading marked temperature increase in the core containment chamber. Lockdown procedures in effect. Power failure reported in primary oxygen garden. Emergency failsafes triggered.
What, that's it? That's all we've got to go on?
Hera, can you give us an in-depth scan of each affected area?
Negative. Unable to establish communication with cube satellites.
Wait, we lost the CubeSats? How the hell did we... Oh, forget it. Let's just have a look for ourselves. Where are you, little bugger? Ah, here we are. Jack, could you do us a favor and scan this CubeSat?
I'll need to calibrate my scanner first. Stand by. It'll only be a moment.
Module A, 131. Data scanner. Your scanning tool allows you to collect data on anything in the environment. Please exit the pod to begin calibrating it. Please follow me to the disk spawner at the back of the room. Now activate your scanner by pressing the button on top of your hand. Both of your hands have this functionality. Good. Now aim the scanner at the I/O port on the disk spawner and hold the trigger to initiate a scan. After scanning something, its name will appear next to your hand on the scanner's data tab. To see the results of your scan, grasp the tab and pull it away from your hand. Pull the data tab now.
All set?
Scanner fully calibrated.
Heads up. Give that CubeSat a scan. See if you can work out what's wrong with it.
Scan complete.
Right. Well, what's the story?
According to these readings, something was disrupting the CubeSat's ability to communicate with the rest of the sensor network.
Was?
My scanner appears to have reset the CubeSat's transmitters and restored the connection.
Oh, well, problem solved. All you have to do is find and scan every last CubeSat we have scattered across the entire facility.
Sounds like fun.
Of course, it would to you. I'll send an objective to your ARM computer, but consider it low priority for now.
Objective received.
Right then, on to the real problems. What do you think? What's next?
Hera's scan of the anomaly will likely take some time. Perhaps we should get started on repairing those malfunctions.
Good idea. That anomaly's certainly given us plenty to do. I count 3 Tier 1 malfunctions that need our attention. I'll need a few minutes to pull today's command codes off my console. You can just keep yourself occupied till then, I'm sure.
Of course.
Water flow restored.
Irrigation system within operating parameters.
Good. Ready to go?
Yes, let's get started.
Great. Not the best way to start our last week. Don't believe we've ever seen this many malfunctions all at the same time. course, we've never had an unidentified spatial anomaly just magically appear right off our port bow either. So it's kind of a day of firsts. Really. What the...
Warning, unsecured cargo in the hold.
Yeah, that much I worked out. Can you tell me why we have unsecured cargo in the hold?
Negative.
Okay, well, we might want to look into that.
All right, Jack. Looks like there's a lot to do this morning.
Any priority alerts?
Well, it'll be your station soon. What problem do you want to tackle first?
Send the data to my ARM computer. I'll have a look. Let's see.
Take a look at your objectives on your ARM computer and let me know which one you want to address first.
Let's get the cargo bay squared away.
All right. One of the cargo banks must be malfunctioning. We probably blew a fuse. I'd start by checking the fuse compartment at each cargo bank. Hera, unlock them, please. Just don't pull any good fuses, or we'll have loads more cleanup to do.
Cargo secure.
Let's lock the system down to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I'll throw the lockdown lever.
Lockdown engaged.
Thanks, Jack. I feel better already. Let's move on, shall we? This should do it. Well, there's still the temperature spike in core containment and the power failure in the oxygen garden. What's next on the agenda?
Let's fix the power failure in the oxygen garden.
Okay, follow me.
Bioregenerative systems calibrated.
CO2 capture optimized for both plant and mammalian passengers.
Mammalian, huh? How flattering.
Apologies, Liv.
Looks like the power failure knocked out the door to the oxygen garden. I'll pull the manual release. And of course, the access panel is stuck. Jack, I think you're gonna have to cut through.
I'll need to calibrate my reactive cutter first.
Right. Considering the power outage, let's also calibrate your entry light. Hera, verify...
Subsystems within normal parameters. Module A, 901. Reactive cutter. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the door ahead. Activate your reactive cutter by pressing the glowing touch point on the underside of your wrist. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use the reactive cutter to cut through the highlighted brackets. Cutter functionality test complete. Lift open the door to proceed. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use your reactive cutter to cut out a portion of the highlighted panel. Once you have cut away enough of the panel, press the hollow button to complete this calibration module. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module H-144. Helmet visor. You can open and close your helmet visor by pressing the button on the left side of your helmet with your index finger. Please open your helmet visor now. Now please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. You can activate your headlamp by pressing a button on the right side of your helmet. Once your headlamp is on, shine it on my location. Well done. I am moving to new coordinates in the next room. Find me and shine your headlamp on my location. Excellent. Calibration module complete.
Reactive cutter and headlamp calibrated successfully.
Copy that. Cut through the access panel so we can pull the door release handle.
I see the access panel.
Good. You'll need to wait and throw the main breaker on my mark. Got it?
Acknowledged. I will await your command before throwing the breaker. Removing utility cover. Please stand by.
I've got to pump the primer handle before you throw the brake on. Let me know when you're ready and I'll count us down.
On your command.
Acknowledged. Throw the switch in 3, 2, 1. I'm clear.
Oxygen garden operational. Environmental control systems restored.
That's one more system we don't have to worry about.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Don't jinx it, Jack. There's no wood to live on around here. That just leaves the temperature spike in core containment. Follow me, Jack.
Find anything?
Nothing conclusive. Your body is radiation hardened. Care to take a look inside?
I'll see what I can ascertain.
Hera, disable all containment safety protocols and unseal the hatch.
Acknowledged. Awaiting manual operation.
Head on. I'll see you on the other side.
I should finish calibrating my radiation shield before we continue.
Acknowledged. Standing by.
Module A, 251. Radiation shield. Your scanner can detect hazardous radiation fields capable of damaging you. Please activate your scanner and use it to assess the irradiated area ahead. Your scanner places tracking points that display the area's radiation level. When you are ready to proceed, please exit the activation pod. If your shield is depleted, your body will suffer irreparable damage. Please be careful. You can draw energy from induction panels to replenish your radiation shield. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Radiation shield fully operational.
Copy that. Let's get started by opening the core
Emergency
enclosure.
disposal
The code is
online.
5826.
Authorization accepted. Warning. Radiological activity detected.
Well, that explains the temperature spike.
At least one of the fusion cores is leaking radiation.
Your scanner should help you zero in on the source. Nice shot. I'd say that warrants a closer look. I'll activate the I/O port so you can scan it to open the enclosure.
Enclosure unlocked.
You'll need to scan the individual cores to determine which is causing the problem.
Core released.
Bring it to the disposal conduit at the bottom
Fusion
of the
core
chamber.
marked for disposal. Stand
Once you
by.
open the conduit, you'll need to seat the core into the launch tube and use the lever to eject.
Awaiting manual
Keep
confirmation.
an eye on your shield levels while you're in transit.
The area is still irradiated.
There has to be another damaged core. Check the other
Emergency disposal
enclosures.
conduit online.
I'll keep looking.
A second hotspot. I'm activating the I/O port so you can check the enclosure.
This core is similarly damaged.
Bloody hell. It has to go. Punch in 7641 at the central console to unlock it. Same routine here.
Fusion
Run it to
core
the
marked for
disposal conduit
disposal.
and jettison
Stand
the
by.
core.
Awaiting manual confirmation. Radioactive material jettisoned.
Radiation levels returning to normal.
Thank God for that. Looks like we live to fight another day. Let's shut the enclosures so we can get you out of there. Re-enter the code in the center console. 5826.
Core containment re-engaged.
You're looking a bit worse for wear. Maybe you should use your ARM computer to upload to another shell?
Initiating manual reboot.
Reboot initiated.
I'll meet you on the other side, by the hatch. Chamber temperature is back within normal limits. Nice job in there, Jack.
Thank you.
All right, that ought to do it. We're all set. Hey, Jack. High five.
EVA rig secured. Initializing advanced movement systems. Stand by for calibration.
Oh, fine. Be that way. Well, thanks for your help regardless.
That's what I'm here for.
And here I thought it was to keep me from going
Module
round the bend.
M201. Primary boosters. Your EVA pack allows you to boost forward in the direction you are looking. When you are ready, please exit the activation pod and use your EVA boost to reach the console ahead. Well done. Please press the hammer button to continue. Now boost the excellent. Module M116. Braking thrusters. This module will calibrate your braking thrusters, which allow you to stop in place without grabbing any surface. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. There are 2 target zones in the next room. Please boost into one of the zones and use your braking thrusters to come to a full stop. Success. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
You need to grab a...
Captain Rhodes.
Once the airlock has cycled, head outside and make your way to the anomaly. Get a scan if possible, but don't put yourself at any unnecessary risk.
Understood.
Copy. Airlock controls unlocked. Pull down on the handle to close the inner door. I'm going back up to the bridge. I can keep a better eye on your status from there. Keep this comm channel open. Maintain constant contact.
Copy that.
Step 1 is closing the inner airlock door.
Exiting port side
Pressurization
airlock.
complete.
Copy.
Ready for EVA departure.
There should be a Fury transport docked just outside the airlock. Should take you straight to the anomaly. You'll need to run a diagnostic check before. Jesus, Jack. Are you alright?
Affirmative. Minor disruption. Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor sweep.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here.
Security brace disengaged.
Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find. Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now, just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly.
Labor unit online. Proceeding with primary assignment. Labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan. That fuel rod was completely inert. It should have been good for another century before it burned out. Okay, good start. We still need to find out what happened on the processing line and in the container field. Let me know when you find out more.
Approaching watch station.
The switch there should trigger an emergency reboot.
Pallet clear.
Stubborn bastard.
Something must have interfered with the nav protocols.
Yeah, looks like. Labor units shouldn't just run face first into a hostile environment. More debris. Make sure you clear any jammed conveyors before moving on.
Melted clean through.
Maintenance units shouldn't be entering the line while the cutting systems are active. Something's very wrong here.
Reset in progress.
Oh, power output back within normal parameters. We should have plenty of energy for the scan. Nice moves in there. There's a ton of junk data. Watching that was giving me a cardiac. But it doesn't look random. It's almost like it was trying to process multiple dig sites at once.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good. Ah! Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative. But the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Ah! Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive
Jack, looks like
decompression.
everything's back up
The
and
escaping
running.
gas caused the container to
Grab a Fury
jettison
and head for
itself.
the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way.
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array. Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading. Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the... Jack, what happened? I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
This has to be against protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this? Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack! Over here! Oh, thank God for you. It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes. Sitrep, please.
The automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover. If you cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside. There!
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool.
Jack!
Rebooting.
Look! The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, you see?
Liv. Liv, do you copy? Are you all right? This can't be good. Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Select your destination.
Hera, status report.
Repairs to satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance seemed to come alive when the battery got close to it. I think it may be feeding off the power field. I should probably refrain from touching it while in that state. Battery locked in. The power is waking up the unknown substance.
Advise caution.
Now to switch the power controls to battery backup.
Recommend performing a visual.
A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton.
Echo 1. Advise you refrain from haphazardly touching the unidentified substance.
Well, too late now.
Recommend completing a threat assessment. Be advised, physical contact with the substance while it is active is not recommended. Advise only touching the substance in its dormant state. Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well.
Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to select your destination.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged.
Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination. Warning, obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path. There, that passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination. Emergency shutdown sequence complete.
Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it. Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. This area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. One of the doors here must still have power. This door is empowered. I'll need to find another way forward.
generators are in this wing, just beyond the main control room. This is the TACCOM station. We can scan the ship from the terminal here once we've awakened the crew. This is it, Jack. We have arrived at the cryo chamber. Some of the pods are still operational. To revive the crew, we'll need to restore the power grid.
How can I reach the power systems?
The emergency generator is beneath us. Look around for a utility hatch.
This power cell is drained. We'll need to find a way to recharge this before returning to the generator.
It's working. The power cell is accepting the charge. Positive contact. The power cell is in place and ready to fire.
I'll look for additional cells. Another unpowered cell.
We'll need to recharge this one as well. Injecting fusion material. You can now use the console to bring the generator back online. Be prepared to move quickly. Radiation levels will climb rapidly once the reaction begins.
Accessing cryogenic systems.
Once the security protocols are released, you should be able to decompress each pod by hand.
No sinus rhythm. Negative respiration.
E.T. Miller. Unfortunate. Sensor expertise would have been invaluable. Ensign Lightning, fire control room.
Data collection complete.
Processing. Access code acquired. I should be able to access the diagnostic systems. Now, please, return to the TACCOM station and link me to the main terminal. Help me upload to the main terminal. Once I've brought the diagnostic systems online, it should only take a moment to scan for survivors. Mainframe access achieved. Initiating scan. Please stand by. No. There has to be more.
Apollo, what's happening?
There's no one left. I have failed.
Apollo! Apollo! The safety of the Atlas Corporation is your responsibility. Live is your responsibility. Apollo, please. Don't let me fail my mission.
Emergency. Urgent distress call follows. Kronos 2 station compromised. Life support failure. All hands have abandoned ship.
Your station. It shouldn't exist. Kronos 2 was destroyed by a cosmic event.
Liv is alive, Apollo. This is 2126. You were that cosmic event. You can still help me save an officer of the Atlas Initiative.
Accessing security logs. Please stand by. I have detected an electrical disturbance in main life support. It appears someone is trying to access environmental control.
Liv, she's alive. How do I get there?
I'm opening a channel to your station's adjutant. I believe I can commandeer one of your Fury transports. You should be able to reach it through the airlock in this room.
Warning. Now select your destination.
Transport reached.
Warning. Now leaving mission area. Reboot initiated. Emergency shutdown sequence complete. Shields at 95%.
We are closing in on your captain. The air duct here should connect to environmental control.
Service access located.
This air duct leads directly to main life support. Not far now.
Jack! Jack, you're here. You're really here.
Are you injured?
Oh, nothing permanent. But I'm down to my last tank. And it's running low on air. What's going on? This ship? There are people on here. They're wearing Atlas uniforms.
I think the ship is ours. Just not from now.
What? Thanks, that really clears things up. How the hell did you find me?
Jack, I think I can interface with the ship's computer here.
I may be able to show you.
Jack, be careful with that. We don't know what anything in here does.
I'm familiar with this design.
What are you doing?
Connecting to the main computer. Maybe it can help us.
I tried getting it online. I think it's trashed.
Systems compatible. Rebooting diagnostic protocols.
What the hell?
Identity verified. Captain Olivia Rhodes. Updating personnel files.
Jack, what's going on? Who? What is that?
I am Apollo. Tactical AI construct aboard the Estrella.
I've reached the control room.
Excellent. Once you enter the main chamber, assess the status of the satellite generators. They power the magnetic containment field.
Is that how you stabilize the antimatter?
Affirmative.
These spores detonate on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them. Power cells in place.
Confirmed. Now re-establish the generator's link to the containment field. Look for a control panel nearby. Magnetic field stabilizing.
And radiation levels increasing.
So they are. I'd get that last generator online as fast as possible if I were you. Once it's active, the containment field should be strong enough for us to restart the reactor.
Final generator operational. Now to connect it to the containment field.
Magnetic containment field fully operational. It should hold during main reactor systems coming online. Initiating reaction in 3, 2, 1.
What was that?
One of the complications I spoke of. Fortunately, it does not seem to have caused any further damage to the reactor.
So we're not all about to go out in a giant antimatter annihilation event then?
Not presently, no.
I'll take it. Great job, Jack. Now get back up here as soon as you can. I may need your help to finish this up.
I'm en route. What class of reactor is this? Fusion, I assume?
Yes, but not the kind you would be familiar with. It is catalyzed by antimatter.
Antimatter? You're asking Jack to handle antimatter?
Oh, not directly. He'll just be pointing high-intensity plasma beams at it. It's very safe. You can handle that, can't you, Jack?
That is by far the least comforting silence I've ever heard.
In accordance with succession protocols, this ship, such that it is, belongs to you.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Seriously, Jack. What the hell is that thing? All right, Apollo. Tell me how to get life support back online.
Emergency systems are unable to cope with damage on this scale. To restore life support, we'll need to activate the main reactor.
Jack, can we trust this thing? Don't suppose we have another option, do we? Jack, good, you're here. Well, we're about ready to repressurize the chamber.
Jack, please seal the vent doors behind you before attempting to activate the system.
Apollo, can you restart the reactor from here?
Negative. The failure is mechanical. Someone will need to enter the core. I suggest a division of labor. I'll talk you through the repairs here while Jack brings main power back online. His radiation shield should offer adequate protection.
I don't suppose there's another option.
Many, but their odds of success are bleak. Warning. Pressure unstable. One of the access vents leads to a main artery of the electrical grid. If you follow the conduit there, it should lead you to the reactor. Captain Rhodes, there is a utility hatch behind you. Inside you will find the main power distribution block.
Acknowledged. On it. All right, Jack. I'll see you on the other side.
Select your destination.
Oh, pressure level's falling. I think there's a breach, but the ship's so full of holes I can't find the leak.
If you keep ramping up the pressure, you could tear a hole in the hull.
Apollo! Shut it down.
Unable to maintain atmosphere.
Shit.
We need to find a sector that we can repressurize.
The bridge is the most heavily reinforced section of the vessel. It likely survived the bombardment.
How far?
The bow of the ship. I'm opening the bulkhead into the main gangway. I have redirected your Fury transport to meet us.
Warning. Oxygen levels critical. Return to habitat.
Better hurry.
Hold on.
I'm ready. Punch it.
Please keep your hands and arms inside.
Just go!
Activating thrusters.
Warning. Now leaving mission area.
Apollo, are you certain?
Emergency shutdown sequence complete.
Here we are. The large door up ahead will take us to the command deck.
Olivia, wake up.
What? Yeah. I'm here. I'm awake.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just give me a minute. You go ahead and lead the way. I'll be right behind you.
Liv? She's not responding.
Warning. Oxygen levels critical. Return to habitat.
Shut up! Oh, 2. Down to 1%.
We need to get you to the bridge.
All right. Get the door.
Come on, let's go. Liv? Liv, wake up.
Yeah, I'm here. Just a bit lightheaded. Let's just keep moving.
The bridge is just up ahead.
I don't see any spores on this deck.
No visible contamination of any kind.
That's got to be a good sign, right?
Not necessarily. The biomass primarily spreads through the ventilation system. Until we can inspect the vents, we cannot assume this deck is safe.
Apollo, I really hope you weren't the one in charge of morale on this ship.
We will need authorization from a command crew member to open the bridge airlock.
Liv, would you...
Apollo, just unlock the damn door, would you please?
Voice authorization accepted. Airlock controls released.
Liv? Olivia,
Yeah. Sorry. I'm good.
just hold on. It won't be long now.
Captain Rhodes, I suggest you take your place at the command station. And please try to remain conscious.
Yeah.
Now, Jack, in order to restore atmospheric pressure, I will need to rewrite the bridge logic core. You will find it near the forward console.
Core located.
The rewrite procedure is identical to the one we performed in life support.
Understood. I'll move the core to the override slot. Returning core. Core locked in. Do you have access?
Affirmative. I now have full control of all essential bridge functions.
How long will it take to repressurize the cabin?
Accessing environmental controls. Stand by.
Warning. Oxygen reserves depleted. Return to habitat immediately.
Jack. My O2 tank zeroed out.
Try and stay calm, Olivia. There's still air in your suit. It should sustain you for a while longer.
Just hurry. Oh God. I can't breathe.
I'm afraid we have another complication.
What is it?
I'm detecting trace amounts of the biocontaminants in the bridge ventilation system. Any attempts to repressurize will flood the bridge with poisonous spores and kill the captain.
Tell me what to do.
The bridge environmental system consists of 4 air vents. You'll need to inspect each one. Incinerate any spores you find with your reactive cutter.
Got it.
Jack, I can't see. Everything's blurry.
Nitrogen levels in her blood are rising, activating an emergency medical capsule.
Liv, you have to stay with me. Keep your eyes open.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Focus. Liv. Liv.
She's lost consciousness.
The vents are clear. Re-engage life support, now.
Accessing environmental controls. Restoring atmospheric pressure. Oxygen outflow nominal.
Apollo.
Hull integrity is holding steady. It's working. Atmospheric pressure restored. Habitable zone established.
Breathable atmosphere detected.
Liv. Olivia.
Negative respiration. She's still not breathing.
Please. Liv, wake up.
Ventricular fibrillation. She's going into cardiac arrest.
What can I do?
There's an emergency defibrillator. There, in the medical locker, by the entrance.
Apollo, the medical locker is sealed.
You should be able to cut it open.
I've got it.
Connect the defibrillator to the side of the medical capsule.
Posterior electrode in place. Anterior electrode secured.
You need to pump the handle to build up a charge. When the power level reads blue, press the hollow button to administer the charge.
Clear.
Negative. Still in VFib.
Again.
Jack. We may be too late.
Clear.
Jack. She's gone.
No. Again. Please, Liv. Don't do this. Clear.
Jack. I have sinus rhythm. She's alive.
Jack?
Morning, sunshine.
Very funny, Jack.
Blood oxygen levels returning to normal. Heart rate 64 BPM. She's stabilizing.
How are you feeling?
Like I've just been electrocuted.
You frightened me. I thought I'd lost you.
So you are going to miss me.
Hello, Captain Rhodes. I am relieved to see you are not dead.
Thanks. You want to let me out of this thing?
Due respect, Captain. Protocol requires you remain...
I do what she says, Apollo.
Thank you.
I'd like it noted for the record that I am strongly
So,
opposed
noted.
to this decision.
Now let me out.
Are you sure you're all right?
Just a little sore. I'll manage.
I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary. Apollo, what's happening?
Excessive damage to the power grid has triggered a rapid destabilization of the main reactor.
What does that mean?
If we don't find a way to stabilize the reactor, the containment field will collapse and destroy the ship.
Options?
There are a number of solutions I could attempt, but only one holds a reasonable chance of success.
Not gonna like this, am I?
We could execute a faster-than-light jump. The amount of energy expended by an FTL jump may be enough to stabilize the reactor. There is one problem, however.
Imagine my surprise.
The last time this ship performed a faster-than-light jump, it resulted in radical temporal displacement.
Wait, you're saying if we jump, we're going to time travel?
I'm not certain, but it is possible.
This is insane.
The energy buildup is accelerating. We don't have much time.
Are we really doing this? Screw it. We're out of options. Looks like we're going for a ride.
Very well. Before we can execute the jump, we will need to redirect all available power to the FTL drive. This requires manually powering down all non-essential systems. I will walk you through the procedure.
Or we could just break them.
Well, yes. I suppose that would also work.
That's rather brilliant, actually.
Reactor destabilization.
Apollo, how do we access the primary system components?
Use the engineering station to open the maintenance panels.
All right, I'll expose the components. Jack, get ready to cut through as many of those systems as you can.
Got it.
There, panel ready. Pick a system and start cutting.
On it.
Primary weapon systems design.
I think it's working, Jack. Try another.
Defensive countermeasures inoperative.
We're getting close. Keep cutting.
Idle computer disabled.
That's it! You did it, Jack!
Initiating jump prep.
Let's go, let's go! Apollo!
Main engines report green. Ready to execute FTL jump. FTL engaged. Jumping in 3, 2.
Here we go! Jack. Jack, are you alright?
Liv, look outside.
Oh my god.
Where are we?
Stand by. Taking a reading now.
Liv. It's Saturn.
No.
I'm afraid Jack is correct, Captain. We are currently in geosynchronous orbit over Saturn.
Apollo, what is the current date?
Astrometric positioning would suggest we have arrived sometime in the mid-26th century.
We jumped forward 400 years.
Approximately.
So this is your time.
To put it simply, yes. This is my time.
What happened here, Apollo?
You were looking at the aftermath of a skirmish this ship was involved in prior to our meeting each other.
Who are you fighting? Why were...
What is that?
Contact. Incoming vessel.
More trouble?
Negative. USN transponders. They're friendly.
USN Estrella, this is Transport Cruiser Juno. Do you copy?
Affirmative, Juno. We read you. This is the Estrella. Captain Olivia Rhodes commanding.
If Olivia Rhodes is the captain, then who are you? Identify yourself. Just sit tight. Rescue team's inbound. ETA 10 minutes.
Understood. Estrella, out.
So... we're stuck 400 years in the future.
It would seem so, yes.
Well, approximately.
No way to get home.
None.
Okay. So tell me, what's the proper protocol for this situation?
Improvise.
Good answer, Jack.